My best friend flew in from Australia so we could go on a week-long thrifting road trip across northern Ohio. I spent $500 over the span of 6 days and got the vintage wardrobe of my dreams. We car camped at state parks, and then we crammed all of our finds into the rooftop carrier. They got so full, we actually had to call the trip early. But we started our trip off at this adorable, small little, very affordable thrift shop that had so many sewing supplies. The amount of embroidered textile and lace that I got was insane. And the lady at checkout was so sweet. She actually crocheted a lot of the doilies that I bought herself. So I'll definitely be coming back. We got to camp and made nachos. We actually had this routine at every site. We would get there, get settled, go on a walk around the grounds before sunset, and then we would get settled in for the night. Honestly, it was the perfect first day. Northern Ohio is beautiful, so we tried to mix in a fair amount of hikes before we would go thrifting for the day, but we hit up a Goodwill. This one was a little bit overpriced from what we had the day before, but this sweater, are you kidding me? It's worth every penny. A little pricey, but some of my favorite things came from there. We headed north because I knew I wanted to watch the sunset over Lake Erie, and it did not disappoint. I had a feeling my friend would like Geneva on the Lake, so we had to go. We ended up finding ourselves at an arcade for hours on end. It wasn't in the plan, but it was so fun. We got to camp late that night and then got right back to it the next morning because this is our Cleveland day. But before we went into the city, we wanted to stop at a couple thrift stores in this small town near the campsite. And let me tell you, it did not disappoint. This was the best town, bar none, through the whole trip. Truly magical. The thrift stores were amazing. The deals were incredible. Everyone was so nice. Everything on the whole square, 10 out of 10 out of 10. The tea shop, incredible. The bakery. There was this new mini antique mall and everything, and there was gold. It also happened to be 50% off the community thrift that day. So luck was just really in our favor, and I just have such a special spot in my heart for that town. Truly, it made the day. We went into some curated vintage stores in Cleveland, which were really amazing too, but nothing will beat that small town and all of those little shops. We really shopped till we dropped, and we got to make some ramen and watch the sunset over Lake Erie again. And after all that shopping, we earned ourselves a nice trip to the Schwitz in Detroit, which is my favorite place on earth. Well deserved. Oops. And then we read until the sunset, which was the perfect reset because we were getting right back at it the next day.